Hey everyone, Dan Heilman here, and this is going to be another Summoner's Glory video. Okay, so today I have a short video. I just want to talk about the different auras that are in the game. So aura is just basically a buff that's permanent in the game, regardless if the phantom dies, that buffs your entire team. So there is 4 phantoms that I know of currently in the game that have auras for the entire team. So let me pull up my spreadsheet real quick, and I'll show you which ones I tested and which ones actually have auras. So all these ones in red I tested just to make sure that, sometimes the skill text isn't exactly right. The translations are a little bit off at times. So I tested all of these to see if any of them have visible buffs on the team. I did not test any of them doing damage tests. So if there is any weird interaction with having an invisible buff for the entire team, I would not pick it up with this testing. But as you can see here, there is 4 phantoms that have auras for your entire team, and let me just go through them real quick. So Goddess Zoe, of course, everyone knows this one. 25% damage. It does stack with other Zoes. I tested with 3 of them and the damage went up pretty good. So this is confirmed for physical, magic, and HP damage as well, so that includes Lord of Shadows. Number 2 here is Sand Adept. I also have the text here so you can read it. And the text for Sand Adept says, increase physical attack of all allies in battle by 20%. It is not just physical attack. It worked on my Goddess Zoe, who does magic damage, so it also works on magic damage. The next one is Merlin. There's a 45% increase magic attack. Notice how it says increase the user's magic attack. After testing, it does not do that. It is the entire team. So I did confirm it works on magic. I did not test it personally on physical damage, but I have been told it does work on physical damage, but maybe has some weird interactions with Ankaris and doesn't work for her. So take that with a grain of salt. The last one is Mystic. Increase crit rate of all allies in battle by 35%. So I also tested some other ones like Tide Psychic and Tide Adept because people had told me that they do buff damage. I proved that out. They do not. So let me just show you how I tested it real quick. All I did was I went to my formation. I used my Goddess Zoe as the tester, and I just put them in the formation and just looked for a physical buff. I did these all separately, obviously, so it was easy for me to see, when I put in new. I really just used Zoe and whoever I was testing and just went and saw if there was a buff. So I'll put them all in here in one go so I can show you all the different buffs that are given by these phantoms. Okay, so you'll see right off the bat that everyone has 3 damage buffs. 1 from Merlin, 1 from Goddess Zoe, and 1 from Sand Adept. And then they have this symbol right here, which is crit rate aura, and that's from Mystic. This other one is reduced damage taken, and that's from me running a gold set on my summoner. So, okay, that's how I tested them. That's it. That's all there is. I also tested the damage to make sure that the percentages were right, and they are. So I'll leave here. I do want to show some other quick things since this is a short video. I just want to show some other things I have added to my spreadsheet. So let me make myself a little bit smaller and move myself over here. And let me just show you some of the other stuff I've added in here. So I will make this on the live version of my spreadsheet. I will add this aura in there if anyone wants to see that. Another big thing I did right here was I basically updated this level/evo tab, and I basically have 2 charts here. One is for the evo level of each evo separately. So this is just what it takes to do, an evo 8. It only takes, 12 rank 3s. It takes this amount of essence of life and this amount of gold. If you want to build them all totally from scratch, meaning you have no other food built up, this are the costs for all of these. So, kind of crazy to see written out, honestly. 200 million gold, 10 million essence of life to get 1 Evo 8 Phantom from scratch. And you need 72 SS Phantoms and 5,328 A tier Phantoms. Not to mention 2,300 rank 1 judgments. So that's a useful thing I added in here. I also have begun doing, one change also, AoE damage. I had the calculation for Bloody Overlord very wrong for his damage, and I fixed that. So that brought him all the way up to number 7. So keep that in mind. He is a farmable phantom. You can farm him in the phantom abode. So interesting, very interesting. And I'm also I'm working on this tab here that shows damage comparisons for phantoms at different evo levels. And if you have any level 140 evo 5 phantoms that are not on this list, please send me a screenshot of their base stats. I want to add it into this list. evo 5 is a good place to do a comparison because it doesn't take too much materials to get them going. And I also added crit rate and crit damage into here because some abilities can't crit. Like the Puppeteer HP based damage apparently can't crit. I haven't tested that, but I did add that in here. So what you can do is you can just mess around with this and see. Anyways, okay. I also went through and looked at the scaling of different base stats, and they scale pretty much the same, but not exact. So attack scaling is 37%, 33%, and 30% increased every time you evo. So kind of interesting. I did want to prove out and make sure that most phantoms scale about the same, so that this spreadsheet right here is pretty accurate, because this is, you know, everything from level 1. So if they all scale pretty much the same, then you can assume that this is a pretty good damage comparison for everyone. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go down there, smash that like button, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content and you're not already subscribed. So appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. See you guys.